remember when digital felt dangerous, cold, sharp, alien. Now it's wrapped in wood grain and film grain, warm enough to touch and trust. But this warmth is not real. It's a trick of the light, or in this case, a design choice. UAs today borrow from mid-century furniture. Retro filters, mimic Polaroid blush, and vintage typefaces pretend they were carved by hand. We are being sold sincerity through styles, as if authenticity could be cloned into a font file or an API call. The paradox is clear. The more artificial our surroundings becomes, the more we long for them to feel human. Roland Barthes described photographs as holding a unique kind of truth, not because they depict realities, but because they document what has already been. This that has been quality gives them an eerie sense of presence, even in absence. Designers today exploit this mechanism to create emotional anchors through visual mimicry. By borrowing the look and feel of past eras, products convince us we are holding a piece of time itself. But it's not about authenticity. It's about familiarity sold as truth. What we see as authenticity is often a carefully curated illusion. Fathers having been there has become the foundation of marketing narratives that make us feel connected to a mythic past. One where simplicity and craftsmanship ruled, even if it never existed like that for most people. The design language of nostalgia gives products a veneer of timelessness. But what they're really selling is trust in the past as a stable value amid our unstable present.
Early computing was not merely about machines, but about redefining human potential. Each vacuum tube and punch card laid the intellectual groundwork for a world.
In 1984, Sherry Turkle noted that people began to see computers not just as tools, but as extensions of their minds. They were objects that held our thoughts and memories in a digital form we could trust. But this trust wasn't natural. It was designed into us through interfaces shaped like the familiar world around us. Early software mimicked typewriters, filing cabinets, even office desks, to make people feel at home with machines they didn't understand. The footage of punch cards and blinking monitors feels like a time capsule until you realize it's not about memory. It's about control. By curating the past through design, Technopoly creates emotional scaffolding for what comes next. We trust interfaces that mimic mid-century efficiency because they promise order in a digital chaos. What we remember is less important than what gets selected and preserved. Now, Even AI learns to mimic human imperfection. To type with Fox typos or write in AI-generated handwriting. It's not about accuracy, it's about emotional authenticity. The goal is trust through nostalgia. We don't just want answers. We want them to feel like they came from someone we know. This isn't memory. It's curation. And the past, once messy and incomplete, now exists only in service of usability.
Modern packaging does more than wrap and hold and conceal. Stunning in color, ingenious in design.
Today's obsession with AI, generated nostalgic artifacts, is not about truth. It's about trust. Algorithms are trained to recreate the look of VHS static, Polaroid bleeds, and vinyl crackles. But these aren't memories, they're prompts. A recent article highlighted how an AI glitched into creating a retro TV channel that looked eerily real, but was entirely fake. The point isn't accuracy or authenticity, it's emotional shorthand. A well-timed pixelation can trigger comfort before cognition, but systemic. It changes what we think of as authentic. Soon, every aesthetic cue from the past will be manufactured, not recalled, not felt, just generated. We won't need to remember childhood, because an algorithm can simulate a memory for us in real time. The future becomes a curated replica of the past, and our emotional attachments become data points. What was once intimate is now scalable. We are no longer remembering. We're being reminded through color palettes, font choices, and algorithmic sentimentality. The result: a world where the past is not something we lived, but something we consume, optimized for comfort and consumption. Nostalgia becomes product design in its purest forms, a commodity that sells trust by pretending it was real to begin with.